In my last video, I answered a question from a young person. Here's another one. How successful do I need to be for it to be enough? I'm a believer in the idea that there are no stupid questions, and in some ways, the simplest questions like this one can be the most profound. The problem is that to do these simple but profound questions justice, you often need a whole book, not a few minutes in a video. And of course, my job here isn't to give you a simple answer to questions like, what is enough? There can't really be any simple numerical answer to questions like that, but I can help you learn to think about such questions in ways that will hopefully be productive for you in the end. But first, let me give you a few guidelines for asking good advice type questions. Here are 4 things your question should contain that will help someone give you an answer you can use. 1, tell me a little bit about you. What's your age, your interests, your current ambitions? 2, tell me a little bit about what you like or don't like that's relevant to your question. For example, if you're interested in a career in music, tell me what you imagine yourself doing. Do you want to write music, perform it, produce it? Do you see yourself purely as a musical talent, or are you equally interested in the business side of the music world? 3, tell me the problem you're facing. Every problem has, at some level, a conflict. Perhaps you want to be a musician, but your parents aren't into it. Finally, sum up the above as a question. Remember, I'm not here to give you an answer. That would be telling you what to think. I'm here to help you learn how to think. So your question should probably start, how can I think better about whatever? Okay, so now to the question. How successful do I need to be for it to be enough? This is, as I mentioned, a pretty vague question. And if you ask a vague question, you're likely to get a vague answer. But the most specific things about this question that it raises are 2 concepts, success and enoughness. In the media, we see success portrayed as money, fame, or political power, and the lavish lifestyles and those things associated with. In the media, we see success portrayed as money, fame, or political power, and the lavish lifestyles those things are associated with, cars, mansions, parties, jetting around the world, and so on. Now, I'm not here to tell you that any of those things are bad in and of themselves. The problem is that those things are portrayed as things to aspire to, as ends in themselves, and they're not. They're at best side effects of success. And the world is full of people who are rich but not happy. Money gives you options, but it doesn't buy happiness. In a previous video, I mentioned the word eustress, which is good stress. There's another word I think should be in everyone's vocabulary, eudaimonia. This is the general quality of having a deep sense of well-being resulting from a life well lived. No one can tell you what this is specifically for you, but for me, it comes from living in alignment with my values. In fact, I think this is the best definition of success, living your life in alignment with your values. There are a lot of values. In ancient Greece, the citizens of Athens highly valued knowledge, the arts, and wisdom, while the citizens of Sparta more highly valued strength, duty, and discipline. In the Harry Potter books, the main distinction between each of the 4 Hogwarts houses was one of values. For Gryffindor, it's bravery. For Slytherin, it's cunning. For Hufflepuff, it's loyalty. And for Ravenclaw, it's intelligence. The Sorting Hat's job was to look at each student and figure out to which one of these values the student was most closely aligned. So, you should spend time thinking about your highest values, because once you know those, you will have a much better idea of what success looks like for you. If by living life in alignment with your values brings you lots of money, that's great. Money is one way that the world rewards you by making or doing things that other people value. But it's not the only way. So this leads to the question of what is enough, at least in terms of material goods and wealth. Here's the way I like to think about it. If you have trouble even surviving, you don't have enough. If you have just enough to survive, but not enough to be comfortable, you don't have enough. If you have just enough to be comfortable, but you don't have enough for some of life's little luxuries that can make life full and special for you, like maybe seeing the world or attending a Broadway play or having a home you like to entertain friends in, you don't have enough. Once you have enough for a few of life's luxuries that make life special and full for you, that's enough. Going beyond that point is like a kid opening gift after gift on their birthday and getting more and more cranky. You've gone beyond the point of fulfillment and into overconsumption. Now, is it possible that for you, life's little luxuries might include a big mansion? Sure. But remember that everything you own brings its own cost of ownership in more than just money. And if it isn't bringing you real joy, then it doesn't belong in your life. And if you remember my previous video, joy is the drive to meaning. If it doesn't add to your life's meaning, it's not real and doesn't belong there. Now, I know that some people hearing this will still say that I'm promoting a lifestyle of pleasure-seeking and ignoring the welfare of the needy around the world. No, wrong. I'm saying that if you're making the world a better place to be in for others, then you will also be making it an amazing place for you to live in as well. It's up to you to decide what enough is for you. Don't let others guilt you for what you want. Just make sure that what you acquire really fulfills you, or get rid of it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and add your own questions. See you tomorrow. Learn more about the world's premier critical thinking tool, Flying Logic, at flyinglogic.com. Help spread the word by rating and reviewing this show on your favorite podcast platform. Discuss this episode at bewareofwolf.com and keep raising the bar, whether the world likes it or not.